Black Bottom, Detroit, once a thriving black neighborhood of nearly 100,000 people, stood as a beacon of resilience and hope in the face of adversity. Its destruction was not the result of a natural disaster, but a deliberate act of policy and planning, an erasure by design. The land, once a rich marsh, was transformed into a sanctuary for black families who had been pushed out of other neighborhoods by discrimination and segregation. Here, people didn't just live, they thrived. They owned homes, ran successful businesses, and built a vibrant, close-knit culture that pulsed with music, laughter, and dreams for the future. The decision to pave over Black Bottom for the I-375 highway was a calculated act, one that erased generations of belonging, stability, and opportunity in the name of so-called progress. Imagine streets alive with jazz, children's laughter echoing between houses, neighbors supporting each other through thick and thin, a world bulldozed and buried beneath concrete. City planners called it urban renewal, but for the people who lived here it was nothing less than forced exile, a loss that could never truly be measured. Their community, unfairly labelled blighted, was destroyed, setting a precedent for sacrificing the vulnerable in the name of development and progress. Today, the scar of Black Bottom remains, a stark physical reminder of what was lost, and a call to remember the vibrant lives and dreams that once filled these streets. Black Bottom was the cultural and economic core of Black Detroit, a vibrant neighborhood that pulsed with life, creativity, and ambition. Here, black-owned businesses thrived, and the streets buzzed with the energy of a close-knit community determined to build a better future. Born from segregation, Black Bottom became a haven for southern migrants seeking work, dignity, and a sense of belonging in a new city. Hastings Street was the neighborhood's main artery, alive with jazz clubs, theaters, and more than 300 black-owned businesses that served as gathering places and cultural landmarks. The Gotham Hotel welcomed black travelers who were barred from white establishments, while black doctors, lawyers, and teachers built a self-sufficient, thriving community that inspired pride. Churches anchored social life, offering spiritual support, organizing power, and a place for neighbors to unite in times of joy and struggle. Children grew up surrounded by black excellence, possibility, and a sense of community that nurtured their dreams and ambitions. This ecosystem of pride, mutual aid, and resilience was tragically shattered when the neighborhood was destroyed in the name of urban renewal. Its loss weakened Detroit's black middle class, erased a vital chapter of history, and left a void that still endures in the city's heart today. After World War II, Detroit's leaders seized on federal highway funds to modernize the city. Mayor Cobo and urban planners targeted Black Bottom, calling it unsanitary, a problem their own policies had created. The I-375 route was no accident. It cut straight through the heart of the black community. Highways across America were often routed through black neighborhoods whose residents lacked power to resist. Promises of fair compensation fell short, leaving families unable to rebuild. The decision, made without community input, left residents betrayed and powerless. Their world was condemned by people who never saw its value. Demolishing Black Bottom served two goals: clearing land for a highway and displacing a concentrated black community. Eviction notices arrived. Bulldozers followed, erasing homes, businesses and churches with ruthless speed. Families scattered, their social fabric torn apart. Over 300 black-owned businesses vanished, wiping out generations of wealth and opportunity. The cultural loss was immense: jazz clubs silenced, community centers gone. Residents grieved not just lost buildings, but lost identity and security. Urban renewal brought not hope, but hardship and trauma. The legacy of distrust and loss still lingers. Displaced families found no welcome in the new developments. Instead, they faced closed doors and limited opportunities, forced to leave behind not just their homes, but the communities and support systems they had built over generations. Most ended up in crowded, segregated housing, where conditions were often poor and resources scarce. These neighborhoods, already struggling, became even more densely packed, straining schools, jobs, and basic services. The destruction of Black Bottom's economic base rippled through Detroit's black community, erasing wealth and influence. Once thriving black-owned businesses shuttered, and the loss of generational wealth set families back for decades. Social networks fractured, leaving many isolated and vulnerable. Elders who once knew every neighbor now found themselves alone, and young people lost the mentors and role models who had guided them. Today, I-375 stands as a monument to this injustice, a physical scar cutting through the city, a daily reminder of what was lost. Most drivers are unaware of the vibrant world it replaced, the families and businesses that once thrived where the highway now runs. But change is possible. Now there's hope. Plans to remove the highway and reconnect the area are underway, aiming to restore what was lost and heal old wounds. Black Bottom's story warns us that so-called progress must be questioned, because it can come at a devastating cost. Progress must not erase people's homes and heritage. The fight for justice and recognition continues, led by those determined to honor their roots. Remembering these histories is key to building just, inclusive cities, where every voice is valued and every story is preserved. The voices of Black Bottom, once silenced, are being heard again through stories, archives, and community action. Their resilience and memories are vital to our shared future, inspiring hope and determination for generations to come.